to induct Cher into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Zendaya.
Wow. Where do I even begin? There is not one person in this room, in this country, and pretty much the whole world who doesn't know the name of the artist I'm here to honor tonight. Her name is just as legendary as her legacy. So iconic, she only needs one name: Cher. It's impossible to measure the influence that Cher has had and continues to have on every one of us, as you can see. Her impact spans generations, and no matter when you were born, you have heard, seen, or experienced Cher's work in some form or another. Cher is a constant inspiration and reference point. You want dance floor innovation? Listen to Believe. You want a lesson on living in the spotlight and keeping your sanity? Look to Cher. Want to make 27 albums and win an Oscar? Cher did it. You want longevity? I mean, come on. She does it all, and might I add, really, really fucking well. But listen, it's not just the effortless charm, the acting chops, and stunning Bob Mackie dresses that gets you into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For that, you need to bring the musical goods, and Cher has got the goods. She's the only solo artist to have a #1 hit in each of the last 7 decades. She has sold over 140 million records worldwide. When Sonny and Cher came onto the scene back in 1964, Cher became an instant sensation. The world fell in love with her and sang along to their smash hits, I Got You, Babe, and the beat goes on. Cher's rise as a solo artist was even more explosive, shattering so many stereotypes of what female vocalists were supposed to sound like, and instead creating something new, something innovative, and distinctively her own. Her voice is so singular that any song that she sings becomes a Cher song. She's navigated a multitude of musical genres, defined new ones, and reinvented others. Her music touches your heart, your spirit, makes you dance, makes you rock, and has stood the test of time. Right now, Believe, I Got You, Babe, or Strong Enough is playing on a radio station somewhere in America, and there are drag performers all over the world currently in a makeup chair, putting on their best Cher face. She may be imitated, but she can never be replicated. She is an absolutely brilliant and captivating performer who is fearless in her presentation. Oh, and she can still rock a sheer butt-revealing bodysuit. She's been an influence and an inspiration for every female artist that has come after her, including myself. She has never acknowledged or accepted that there were things that women were not supposed to do. She just did exactly what she wanted. Her way. This fierce woman is a hero, a true artist, and just about as authentically rock and roll as you can get. So thank you, Cher. Thank you for being an advocate, for being an ally, for paving the way for so many humans of all kinds to live in and speak their truth, and to have the courage to be as daring and as open-hearted as you. Cher once said, you should never be inhibited by what people expect you to do. And those are words I hope we can all learn to live by.
You think you should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
You know, fuck them. I don't need to be in a hall to rock, so I don't, Sonny, he wanted me to be Cher, and I just said, I can't do this by myself.
I got you, babe.
I want Cher to be known as the singer that she is. She's a very, very good singer, and I'm desperately trying to make people aware of that.
My first solo hit was All I Really Want to Do by Bob Dylan. Sonny was the best person in the world to work with, and we worked constantly.
Drums keep pounding a rhythm to the brain.
When I started being able to do a few things on my own without Sonny, I figured I'm not as dumb as I thought I was, and I'm not as weak as I thought I was.
Cher is a fucking rock star. She is genreless and brave. I think she is one of the most unique artists our world has seen.
Cher is Cher, one name. She don't need two. When she wants to do something, she does it. And she's always been rocking. Even her show on television, she had all the rockers on.
I like doing the music that I'm doing on this album a lot because it's more rock and roll. And since I started, that's what I wanted to be.
Watching Cher go through all of these evolutions in her life, her fashion sense and her stage presence, she is the most diverse artist ever.
I don't know why I did the things I did. I don't know why.
We share something in common by having the same type of career with husband, manager, and then separating and going out on our own. She was an icon then, and she has remained an icon.
To kind of mix it up, you know, and I have to sing other people's songs too, because it wouldn't be that much fun for me, and I have to be having fun.
Cher's voice, you know it's Cher. It's this incredible masculine, feminine mix. You can't mimic that.
I come out there and I feel like I'm supposed to be there. It's an unbelievable feeling, having the energy of thousands of people. It makes you feel like you're about 16 feet tall.
Cher's success is her gumption.
I don't know how many people can say that they've put out 27 studio albums and to have had a hit in every decade for 7 decades. So it is about time, everyone.
I wanted to do art that impresses people and makes them feel something, and also makes you feel like this is what I was put here to do.
Beyond honored to welcome Cher, the coolest woman on the planet, into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you. What are you crazy, girl? What are you talking about? Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh no, I'm kind of embarrassed. Thank you. So Oh, this speech is going to be such a crapshoot. I'm not kidding you. Because I wrote it the other day and then I rewrote it tonight and I'm dyslexic, so what the fuck? I don't know what's going to happen, okay? All right, so it was easier getting divorced from two men than it was to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know? It was like, you know, and I want to thank, he's not here tonight, but I want to thank my guardian, David Geffen, because, yeah, he wrote a letter and sent it to the directors, and so here I am. So anyway, thank you, David. Thank you for caring so much about me. I want to tell you some stories about my life because I hope to make them small. But when I was like 4 years old, I saw Cinderella, and that's what I knew I wanted to be. I wanted to sing, and I wanted to make people happy, and I wanted to have fun, and I wanted to be famous. But I'm not sure how a child knows about being famous, but I knew. So anyway, I had a crazy, amazing mother. And she said to me, you know, you might not be the prettiest, you might not be the smartest, you might not be the most talented, but you're special. And so my mom kept instilling it into me because it was hard. I didn't do well in school. You know, I just couldn't get it. I couldn't read. I couldn't do any of that stuff. But she said, you know, if you're down and you're out, you get up again. And in my life, I've been so down that you cannot, like as my mother would say, lower than a snake's belly, okay? That's how down I've been. And I mean, people have told me that I was finished, that I was through, I have 10 minutes. And the one thing that I think I got from my mom is that I never gave up, you know? You go down, you come up. And when Sonny and I split, I had no money, okay? Nothing. And I had a car and my clothes. And I had to go to Vegas. And at that point, Vegas was the elephant's graveyard. And so if you went there, you had nothing, you know? And now it's cool and everybody has a residency. But one night, Francis Ford Coppola came to one of my shows and he came backstage and he said, you know, you should be an actress. And I went, okay. And he said, go to New York. So I went to New York, and by accident, I got a play. And from the play, I got a movie with Meryl Streep. And honestly, I believe what my mom said, but I'm lucky. You know, I've had really bad things happen. I was dropped by 4 labels, you know, and then when it was completely over, I did Believe, and it was like, yes. So I have just been really lucky, and I have had #1 for 7 decades, which surprises me. But, because I'm a good singer, you know? I'm a good singer. I'm not a great singer. Right. But you know what? I'll take you. No, anyway, and also Believe, I changed the sound of music forever, all right? And Believe really changed the sound of music. It was an accident because my producer and I were having a fight because he said, Cher, do it better. And Believe was kind of a bitch in the beginning. It wasn't that good. So he said, do it better and do it better. And I went, dude, if you want it better, get another singer, okay? Because I can't do it better. And then he called me later in the afternoon and he said, Cher, I've been playing around with the pitch machine and I think I got something. So I went back and sitting down and he started to play it. And I was like, oh, Jesus, but I'm gonna be calm. And then when it was over, we both jumped up and we high-fived each other. It was so great. It was like a moment. And then the head of my record company, who I adore, said, we can't do that because no one will know that it's you. And I went, yes. Yes, that's the deal. That's the great part, you know? That's the great part. And so it was just, my life has been just a roller coaster. And the one thing that I have never done is I never give up. I never give up. And I'm talking to the women. I'm talking to the women, okay? You guys are on your own. You know? We've been down and out, and we keep striving, and we keep going, and we keep building, and we are somebody, okay? We are special, as my mom would say, we're special. So I want to thank my family, Chaz, Elijah, my sister back home, my brother-in-law, Ivar, and my little friend baby, Slash in 4K, and Alexander. So good night, and thank you so much.